Welcome to Quick Rip. Big B here with ya. Hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. We're talking BKFC, as always, here on Bulls, Beers, and Brawls. Because you know what? We've got a special St. Paddy's Day treat coming up Friday, March 17th. BKFC 38 is coming to us live from Delray Beach, Florida. It's going to be hot in Florida, inside and outside that squared circle. Headlining the impressive card here, we've got Dat Nguyen versus Daniel Straus. Yes, Daniel Straus is making his BKFC debut on March 17th. It's shaping up to be a fantastic show, and realistically what I want to do is just take a little bit of a closer look at the two men involved in the main event of the evening. Daniel Straus began his pro MMA journey in 2009, where he fought an unheard of 11 times within the year. Let that sink in for just a moment. 11 pro MMA bouts within a calendar year. That's something legendary right there. After 7 straight wins on the regional circuits, Straus would make his Bellator debut. The Bellator cage would become the Americans' home as he exclusively fought for the promotion for over a decade. Over the span of 10 years, Daniel Straus fought some of the best in the 145 division. The former 2-time featherweight champion has a lifetime of combat experience, and very little appears to rattle the 38-year-old. A big question going into Straus's bare-knuckle debut is knockout power. Does he have it? With only a handful of knockouts in 36 pro MMA bouts, one has to wonder how well he'll transfer over to the brutal sport of bare-knuckle boxing. The durability Straus possesses is unquestionable and could be his biggest asset as he begins his new journey. Some think of this as the final page for Straus. Others believes it's just the beginning of his final chapter. Questions will be answered on St. Paddy's Day, Friday, March 17th, BKFC 38. All right, so that's a quick look at Daniel Straus. Obviously, he's had a very impressive MMA career, switching over to bare-knuckle boxing now here and making his debut at BKFC 38. Excited to see what he has to bring, what he has to offer, if this is going to be something that he's going to fall in love with like so many other former MMA fighters before him, or if it's just going to be a one-off. I guess it all depends on how it's going to go. Now let's have a look at the other half of the main event, the one and only Dat Nguyen. Dat Nguyen is a name synonymous with BKFC. The 40-year-old former champion comes from a boxing background, one that's translated very well into the bare-knuckle realm. Since his debut in 2019, Nguyen's piled together an impressive record of 3 victories with only 1 defeat. A run that's not only made him a household name, but one that's also earned that BKFC gold. Nguyen throws an incredible amount of strikes in each and every one of his fights. His high output, mixed with stellar cardio, make him a nightmare for anyone standing across from him in the squared circle. A win over Straus should solidify Dat's position for a second chance at bare-knuckle hardware. Speed, output, and dexterity. Dat be Dat. So that's a quick peek at the two men involved in the main event at BKFC 38. The rest of the card fills out extremely nicely. Co-main event, we've got Jake Boswick. He's taking on Isaac Doolittle. I mean, that could be a main event right there in itself. We've also going to see Tyler Randall versus Chance Wilson. Stephen Townsell, he's taking on Chris Sorrow. Howard Davis is on the card. We've also got former champion Francisco Ricci on the card. And I mean, he's lower on the card. That's how stacked this fucking Florida event is. Incredible stuff here coming up at BKFC 38. It's going to be a fantastic fucking St. Paddy's Day celebration. Get yourself some green beer, pour yourself some Irish whiskey, pack yourself some bowls, smoke that fucking green, because it's going to be one hell of a night. Dat Nguyen introducing Daniel Straus into the bare knuckle world. How do you guys think it's going to go out there? Let me know in the comments who you got in the main event, and also how you think the rest of the card fills out. It's a fantastic event. You're not going to want to miss it. I'm going to be here. I'll probably do a review as long as I can catch enough fights to make it worthwhile. But I'm fucking hoping so, folks, because it's a stellar card, and I, for one, don't want to miss it. Thanks a lot for joining me here on Quick Rip. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Stay up to date here. Everything BKFC. Taught some MMA, UFC stuff in there as well. We do it all here. With that being said, till next time, everybody, take care and peace. I think the truth from below.